France will take on England at the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar in the quarterfinal. This will be the first real test, as far as I'm concerned, for both teams, England and France. There's one man everyone has been talking about ahead of this big clash, and that person is this guy you're seeing right here, Kylian Mbappe of PSG Football Club. 5 goals already at this World Cup. He is the leading scorer, and of course he has the same number of goals as Lionel Messi, and he's done it with less amount of games, with less amount of World Cup appearances. That is absolutely incredible. That is why everyone has been talking about him. He's set a record. He's met Pele as far as number of goals at the World Cup is concerned. Now, why is everyone talking about Mbappe? It's because this young man, 23 years old, is almost unplayable. His pace, his skills, his energy, and his footballing talent is top notch. He's like a lightning speed. You can almost not catch him. For the French side, he is the pivot. He is the most important player for the French national team and also for his club, PSG Football Club. But I want to look at this guy and his performance so far at this World Cup critically. Beyond all of the buzz, all of the noise, all of the excitement, let's ask these questions. Who has France played against at the World Cup? And who are the opponents Kylian Mbappe has come up against at the World Cup? They played against Australia, they played against Denmark, they played against Tunisia, who actually defeated them, and then they played against Poland. None, with all due respect, of these 4 teams can be regarded as a superpower in football. Of course, that is the story for many other teams already at this World Cup, but now the real business of the World Cup begins. And that is why I'm taking a critical look at what Mbappe has done, the goals and the opponent. Now let me even zero in on the game against Poland, where he scored 2 beautiful goals. Let's look at the first goal against Poland. Look at how the entire Polish defense line, over 5 players, went to the French guy, the guy who had the ball, and left Kylian Mbappe unmarked. I mean, this was more or less a gift. And Mbappe nobody was with him. What do you expect? He calmly and coolly, slotted the ball into the top corner of the net. Fantastic goal, no doubt, but the Polish defenders could have done better. What am I trying to say? A more organized team will not allow this to happen. The second goal, well, you can cut the Polish defense some slack because it was in the 18-yard box. The ball got to him quickly, and then the Polish defenders, before they reacted, Mbappe had done what he needed to do, and that's why you have to respect this player. But I think that in England, he will face his stiffest opposition yet. And of course, for the French national team, who I think, yes, are a threat, but I think that if you look critically again at the French team, it's a sprinkle of superstars everywhere. But as a unit, they don't look very solid. What they have are individual players who are excellent. Dembele, Griezmann, Olivier Giroud, and Mbappe. These 4 guys, when they run at you, somehow they will find spaces in your defense and then they will take advantage of it. And that's what they've done so far. Not like as a unit, they are exceptional. This is what I think. I haven't studied the French team. I haven't watched them, in the tournament so far. Against England, they are going to be coming up against a strong group of very young players who are also equally talented. Of course, England don't have a Kylian Mbappe, but they have Rashford, they've got Phil Foden, they've got Harry Kane, who of course has a lot of experience. They've got Raheem Sterling, who is back in England. We don't know if he will return, as at the time I'm recording this video. And of course, in midfield, they've got Jude Bellingham, Jordan Henderson, and Declan Rice. This combination, I think, can wager, whatever the French midfield will offer. Now, where England will be working seriously on right now, and I'm sure England's opposition scouting team will be doing a lot of work on Kylian Mbappe. The goal will be to stop him. If you take out Mbappe, you've done maybe 30 or 40% of the job. And with Kyle Walker, he's solid, he's rugged, he's got everything that you need in him to be able to stop a player like Kylian. All you need to do is to give him close marking. You need to be on Mbappe for 90 minutes. You don't give him a yard of space. Just like Messi. Mexico gave Messi 1 yard of space and they were punished for it. So a player like Mbappe, especially Mbappe, because of his age, his energy, his quickness, is too sharp. You have to be on him for 90 minutes. And I can assure you this is the same thing they will be telling the England defenders in their team talk, in their preparations for this game. They've got Kyle Walker, they've got John Stones, they've got Maguire, and who again? John Stones, Maguire, Kyle Walker. I'm forgetting the last guy, but I think that England has enough to be able to, tackle this French side. I think that both teams are on the same level when you go by the quality of oppositions they faced so far at the World Cup. England played Iran, played Wales. Of course, these are not super teams. And of course, the United States of America, who gave them their biggest competition. And then they got a draw. So if you balance it, you want to say that the English team have actually been better overall. Because the USA, in my opinion, are a stronger side than Poland, than Denmark and Australia. Of course, Australia put up a good fight against Argentina. But I think that when you look at how Poland played against France, they had some joy, they had some space, they even could have scored. They didn't have that kind of space against an Argentine side who we think are weaker compared to the French side. So I think that England genuinely have a chance in this one. They can beat France if they put their house in order, if they are more organized, and if they take the few chances they will get. Look at Poland. They got a few chances in the first 30 minutes. If England can look at that game, they can take some inspiration from that and hope that they get that kind of space again. And I think that with the qualities that England have, they can score some goals against France. This is what I think, and that's why I've come to do this analysis. England against France is 50-50. Of course, Mbappe is the standard player, but Mbappe, I think, can be checkmated. This will be his biggest test so far at the World Cup. Prediction, that's very difficult. I can't stick out my neck on this one. I think that anybody can win this one. It's 50-50. France are favorite, but I am putting my money on England, not because I think they're better, because I think that they have what it takes to stand the strength and the quality of the French side. But in the end, let football win and let's enjoy the FIFA World Cup.